whatever our situational work is that day. So every day we've hit it, but we haven't had what I would say is a continuous scrimmage where we're going to scrimmage for an hour and a half.
Are you going to take them out to the Rose Bowl at any point before that season opener to do any sort of something like that? Or?
No.
Okay.
Don't have the plans for that.
Have you gone live that much, would you say?
Yeah, we usually go live and during one or two portions of every practice, so for 10 minutes stretches. So.
You said that Josh Kelly was going to get significant time. How is he?
I never said that. I said Josh Kelly was awarded a scholarship, and I haven't talked about time for anybody, so that hasn't been discussed in our staff either. So if that was said, then that was not. There's been no discussion about who gets what playing time or all those other things, because playing time's actually earned, so we have 2 more weeks before we play a game. So.
All right. Well, how has he looked out there as far as what does he bring that's maybe a little bit different than some of the other backs?
Josh has done a really nice job. He's a really smart, intelligent player. He's got speed to go along with size. He can run between the tackles, but he also has the ability to break things outside. So we've been really happy with him.
Is Bolu 100%?
I don't think anybody's 100% right now, but Bolo's practicing with us. Yeah.
You had a player tweet out that he was sending prayers to Josh Woods. Is Josh?
Yeah,
okay?
Josh is out for the season. He had sustained a knee injury a couple of days ago, and will not be able to play this season.
Is that a anterior cruciate or?
I'm not the doctor, so
okay.
You can check with them.
How big of a blow is that?
Well, it's big. You know,
yeah.
he wasn't here in the springtime because he was rehabbing his shoulder. Just a great young man. He's everything you want in a football player, and you know, that'll be a big hole for us to try to replace. You know, because we don't have a lot of depth at that position to begin with. But you know, our thoughts right now are with Josh, and hopefully he can get into a rehab. But we'll see. I don't know the full extent of it, but I know he'll be out for the season.
Who would you look to maybe fill that position? Would Kenny potentially play the Will?
We got a bunch of guys there, so, and I don't know what Will is. So we got a bunch of guys there that are fighting for the position. And like I said earlier, we haven't done anything. So from significant playing time to non-significant playing time. To be honest with you, it's wasted time because our game's in 2 weeks. So you could say we're going to name this guy, this guy, this guy, and they get hurt tomorrow, and then there's no reason to name them today. So we're just out here trying to get better every day.
I guess Octavius Spencer tweeted out that he had been released from his scholarship.
Octavius is not enrolled in school.
Okay.
So he's not here.
What about, you got a couple other guys that were missing the other day. Bo Calvert?
Practicing.
Okay. Javari Anderson?
May not practice today, but he's day to day.
And Keon Riley?
He's not enrolled in school.
Okay. You literally switched places with Jim Mora. Do you find that interesting? He took in the ESPN job?
No.
Okay.
I don't find that interesting. Jim's really good at what he does, and he's done a lot of good work with the NFL Network, and has been on TV before, and it's a good get for ESPN.
How's Wilton Speight looking from when he first came, stepped onto fall camp, and how he's progressing now?
He's like most guys; they've all improved every day. You know, for all of them, there's a newness to it. So he's played a lot of football in his career. So him just trying to, we call it this, they called it that. You know, it's still the same route combination. It's still the same protection. So he's kind of bridging that gap, and you can see him making improvements on a daily basis.
What are your impressions of Jaelan Phillips after finally getting to see him when he missed spring?
Athletic, you know, tall, long, can really run. You know, there's a couple times where you see him in coverage running with receivers or running with tight ends or running with running backs, and you're impressed with his athleticism. You know, he's kind of that rare combination of size and speed, so it's good to have him back. You know, we didn't get a chance to see him in the springtime. Had watched him on film previously, but it's good to have him finally back out the field 100%.
Talk a little bit about Antonio Mafi, that freshman who's 380 pounds, how he's looked. Does he need to lose weight to play?
Mafi's doing a really good job. You know, he's worked extremely hard since he's gotten here. He's obviously a big body, but he's got strength and athleticism to go with it. So, like most freshmen, there's some days where they're not 100% sure of what they're doing, which is understandable, but there's other days where he's really flashed. So we're excited about him in the future.
Tito Agbonia wasn't at practice, I think, a couple of days ago. What's his status right now?
He's practicing.
Yeah. Okay.
So they may miss a drill or something, but he's fine.
Okay.
Lenny Toyoloa yesterday worked with the inside linebackers and drills, and he had been with outside earlier in camp.
Well, that's just Josh was out, so we're just trying to take a look at what we have from a depth standpoint there. So felt like we have a few guys at outside linebacker right now, and we'll take a look at a couple guys at inside linebacker to see, you know, to handle the loss of Josh. So.
You said you were impressed that the freshmen didn't have a lot of mental mistakes the first few days of camp. Now that you've kind of put a few more things
I
in,
said that?
you did. Now that you've put, we can look back at the transcript.
Look back
We
at
have it all.
That freshmen didn't make mistakes?
They didn't make a lot of mental mistakes. You said.
Then I was wrong in saying that.
Well, how do you think they've kind of responded as
They're making a
as
ton of mental mistakes, so I was wrong in saying that. No, they're like every freshman. You know, they're learning a new system. They're trying to get acclimated. You know, the biggest thing for us is do they play hard, and it's important for them to make mistakes because that's how you learn. So, you know, we're encouraged with their mindset. You know, when they do make a mistake, it's not the end of the world. It's like, all right, what did I do wrong? How do I fix that? And then how do I get better? We got a bunch of guys that don't really make the same mistake twice, which is good. So they're learning while they're out there, but you know, they're all doing a good job. I'm impressed with their effort. That's the thing that we're really excited about with that group.
The chaos that you talked about a couple times ago, is it becoming more clear for the players?
Yeah, I think they get a little bit better understanding of what we're trying to do and where we're trying to go, and things start to settle down a little bit. So
You got
that's
lessons.
the process that happens everywhere. You know, the first day for anybody is new, whether it's your first day of school when you're a young kid, you know, trying to figure out how to walk around the building, or the first day you're on a practice on a college campus. So it's they're getting better.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No
there.
problem.
You've got less than 2 weeks to the opener. Do you feel like the team is in a good place right now, given where the time and
I feel like we're 13 days away.
Anything else?
Thank you.